back with another one. It's the last one, Virgo. I think this is the last sign that I have not done. Virgos. I don't know what's going on with Virgos out here. Give me a second before I start. I'm going to try to light some sage and do energy clearing um, real quick. Yeah. Light some sage and do some energy clearing. Yeah, I swear every time I get ready to light the sage, I have to look for it again. And I don't know why. You think I put it in the same place? Here it is. Yeah. Uh, so, Holy Spirit, archangels, please allow me to channel the messages from the energy that surrounds Virgos and whoever may be attached to their reading. Spirit guides, ancestors of the highest white light, let us know what Virgos need to hear. Um, what do Virgos need to hear? Please tell us something for them. Please and thank you. Clear the energy surrounding. Alright, so what's going on with Virgos? Last of the last but definitely not the least. I think we are all equally important. This is the last of the last. Let's see. Oh man, y'all, I swear I feel like every time I look up and look over, there is something. There is something with somebody with this tore up car. Every time I look up, I see this car. Like people be evidently in wrecks or something. This car don't even look wrecked, but it looked like if you close that door too hard, that window is gonna come all apart. I wish I can turn it over there and show it to y'all. I've never seen a mirror like this. The fact that he's driving around in a mirror like this, how do you close the door without being scared that thing is just gonna crumble? I have no idea. But he just closed it with no problem. He didn't close it lightly either. He closed it regularly. So regular. I know my interracial people, I don't know. Maybe that has something to do with something in this reading. What's going on with Virgos? Virgos. Hospital. Could have a Virgo that's in the hospital here. Or could be going to the hospital soon because of something. Or somebody around you could be going to the hospital. Maybe to the emergency room for something. Karmic. Somebody's a karmic, y'all. These are people who are in there. South Node. These are people who are catering to the lower part of themselves. These are people who are not rising to the occasion. They are like snakes. They've been slithering. Someone feels like they made a mistake doing something. I see envy. They see you as a threat, so here it is. You might have someone that was envious of whatever it is you were doing. They could have seen you as a threat in some kind of way, and they could have done some stuff against you. Karma could be coming back for them, y'all. I hate to say it. That's the truth. Karma could be coming back to them. Virgo. Jealous? Yeah. I already seen envious. I just kind of shuffled through that because I hadn't pulled the first card yet. But I seen envious, and now we have jealous. So we have this jealous, envious person here who see you as a threat. And they could have done some things towards you. They could have landed them in the hospital, or will be soon landing them in a hospital. This person feels like they made a mistake, but you know there are still consequences to pay. Once you did whatever it is that you've done. Dissociative disorder. Maybe someone has tried to disassociate themselves from the situation. This person could feel like they made a mistake, but in order to not hold themselves responsible or accountable for something, they could have just be exhibiting this dissociative disorder. They just kind of disassociated themselves from whatever this is in order to not feel the pain or the guilt or whatever it is that they've done. This person could have had you blacklisted. This is a person with some type of military connections or governmental connections. This person could have been jealous and envious of what you had going on, and so they did some things to have you blacklisted. You can't get along, can't find a job, you're shadow banned from off the different pages. They may be doing something to make you look like a terrorist around in the world. They may have done something, put you on some type of list to make you have to suffer. You know, some people have those type of governmental connections, and you know, they say there's some type of list out there where all you have to do is add someone's name to the list if someone has that type of authority, and that can ruin someone's whole life. Imagine someone having that type of authority and using it for negative reasons. I feel like that may have been the case here. They want to close your third eye. They don't want you to be able to see the things you see. Somebody messed up here. So they want your third eye closed because they don't want you to know what it is that they did. This person put you on this list. Somehow they were connected. If it's not them that are able to do it themselves, they are connected to people who were able to do it. They got you put on this list. And so you're not able to move forward with your life, which was the whole purpose for them to stop your life, stop your forward movement. This person feels like they made a mistake now. But from my understanding of how this list goes, once you put on a list, even if you're taken off the list, you're not able to fully recover back from your life. It's like your life it's been ruined because you were ever put on that list to begin with. So this may be a military person that knows about what they can do, how they can do people. It's a person that didn't use integrity when they did what they did. This person was jealous. They were envious of whatever you had going on. And so what they do, they sought to destroy you. And they knew they could destroy you by putting your name on this list and making you look like a particular thing, to make you not be able to move forward in life, to make you have to sit still. I don't know if this was a terrorist type of thing. Maybe the government has some type of terrorist list where if you're on this list, they won't allow you to move forward in life. They won't allow you to get a job. They won't allow you to get a loan because they don't want you to be able to have access to certain things that's going to help you to be able to maybe destroy the government or something. And so maybe this person is aware of that, whatever this is. They had you put on this list in order to destroy you. It was out of jealousy. Now they feel like they made a mistake, but how do you come back from that? These people saw you as a threat, but they didn't see you as a threat to society. They saw you as a threat to them. You were looking like you were going to be in a better situation than them. You were looking like, yeah, confirmation. You were looking like you were better off than them. You were looking like you were going to have a better life than them, and it's something they weren't expecting from you. And so they became jealous and envious of what you were doing, especially if you had a life where you were maybe starting businesses, maybe doing things, maybe traveling a lot to different places, learning different things. You could have been speaking spiritually about different stuff that you've learned over the time that you've been able to do what it is that you were doing. These people haven't been able to do these things in life. And these could be older people who feel like they should have been able to do these things, but that's not your fault. That's something they should have talked to God about. And maybe if they tried to pray and do something different, then they would have been allowed to do that before their life is taken from here. But whatever they did, I feel like they chose instead to have your life stopped. 1110, I just seen as I was looking up at the timer, y'all, 111. Instead, they chose to have your life stopped because they seen you as a threat. They don't want you to expand beyond what they've been able to expand to. These are people who like to keep people in the same situation that they've been in for years. These are people who feel like they are the top of the top, and whoever it is around them, especially if this is family, you shouldn't have been able to achieve more than they were able to achieve because they've been doing this for however long that they've been doing this for, and you could have just started. But here's the thing, whatever they've been doing, they may have not been doing it right. They may have not been doing it right in God's eyes. Even if you were attending church, you have some ways in yourself that you may have needed to fix. And so although you could have been doing things right in your eyes, you may have not been doing them right in God's eyes. And instead of them checking themselves and trying to do something different, they decided to check you. And with checking you, that had to do with adding you to this list, getting you blacklisted so that you can't move forward in life. And so whatever you were working on probably came to a screeching halt. And this was done on purpose. This Virgo here. And so this Virgo could have worked with many other people in order to do certain things to destroy you. But this Virgo may have been the one who had the ability to put your name on this list. And they did that. And now they feel like it was a mistake. How can you fix that mistake? I don't know how this list works, but from my understanding of this list, whenever your name is placed on this list, it's permanent destruction for you. So again, 1313, I just seen on the clock. Even if your name is taken off this list, a lot of people don't come back from whatever it is they've been brought down to. Your name has been put on a list to have you looked at. Just because your name is taken off the list, people still looking at you in a certain way. Jobs still look at you in a certain way. Just because your name is taken off of a government list don't mean you're not taken off of that don't hire list within certain companies. Doesn't mean that you've now earned the respect or the trust of the people who initially didn't respect or didn't trust you because of whatever it is that they were told. And so this person could feel bad for whatever it is they did, but feeling bad for you is not going to help you. Matter of fact, they can only be feeling bad about it because we have this hospital right here. And so maybe they're paying a price of doing this to you. You know, touch not my anointed ones, touch not the chosen, touch not God's people. And so where you have been trying to focus and do right by God and do what it is that you were doing, this person don't like what it is that you were doing. And they not only touched you, but they've touched you to try to destroy your life permanently. And I feel like because of this, someone may be in the hospital or may end up in the hospital because of this. Because of them destroying your life, God may have decided to do something with their life. And so this may be a person who's in the hospital. This may be a person who's on their last lap. You know, this may be a person who's this may be it for them. And God says, touch not my anointed, and you touch it anyway. Don't think for 1 second there is not a price to pay. And so this person, although they feel sorry for whatever it is they did, I don't think they feel sorry. I don't think they feel like they made a mistake because they're sorry for what they did. I feel like they think they made a mistake because it ended them up in this situation here. So maybe this is why we have don't trust them, they're a liar. This person is manipulative. This person has manipulated their way through life. They've lied about you. They've tried to destroy you because they were jealous. That's what it came down to. They felt like you was a threat, but again, not a threat to society, a threat to them and who they are. Especially, let's say this is not only a person who has these specific government ties, but this could be a person who goes to church every Sunday, who's goes to church 3-4 times out of the week. And here you are, this spiritual person who also has religious ties, and so you're able to tie the both of them together to give people a better understanding, and maybe you are able to spread God's word and change people's lives more than they've been able to. And this could be, we'll just say, a pastor or a preacher, somebody who has some serious church ties and also some serious government ties. And you're doing things that are not like the way they're used to doing it. And so not only do they not like the way you were able to move around, the way you were able to be successful in what it is that you were doing, but they don't like the word that you're putting out there. They don't like the fact that you have these tarot cards or these oracle cards you're using because they feel like this is of the devil. They don't feel like you should be able to expound on the things that are said in the Bible, maybe because you're a woman, maybe because you play with tarot cards too. And so they form their own opinion about things. And they're looking at you like you shouldn't be able to do what it is that you're doing. But again, that's something you should have taken up with God, because if he's blessing a person to be able to do what it is they're doing, who are you to go and stop that blessing from coming through? Who are you to go and try to stop whatever it is that they have going on because you don't feel like it's right? If you don't like something somebody's doing, then you detach yourself from it. Now we have this dissociative disorder because you were able to detach yourself from you being in a hospital, or maybe this being the last time you're able to do something, or your last few breaths that you're able to take. You're able to disassociate yourself from that and not live in that, but you can disassociate yourself from watching somebody who you didn't feel like were doing the right things but was steady being blessed. You couldn't just leave that alone. You couldn't just get that out of your mind and go focus on something else, right? And so now you're having to get this out of your mind and go focus on something else. Now you're reaping what you sown. But the thing about this is how, how is that going to help for the life that you destroyed? because of your jealousy, because of your envy. All the people you could have brought into this, now all the people you have who have joined in on this hatred for this person who's done nothing to them, all the people who are now watching this person and now are jealous and they're envious because of whatever it is they see that they wouldn't have even seen had you not like helped to bring certain things to the forefront. But just like God gave them whatever it is that He gave them, He'll be able to bless them again. And so, where the average person may not be able to come back from something like this, a person that's highly connected to God will come back from this times 10. Mark my words. And so, when y'all see the comeback of this person, then y'all will know God's power. Then you'll know His words aren't in vain. Then you'll know when His protection is far better than any protection that you can have. Then you'll know His connection is far better than any connection that you could ever have. I see United Nations right here on the top again. So again, that kind of tells me that this, again, something that has to do with like a military person or something. Government people. It's been abusive. And so again, where this may not be people who are actually, this may not be someone who's actually in the government now. It may be someone who was dealing with certain type of things who still have those connections. And so they may have been able to reach out to someone to have them do them a favor. Y'all know how that goes. Green, prosperity, fertility, luck, balance. Something's going to be balanced out here. And unfortunately, this person may have to lose in order for something to be balanced out here. But I feel like their loss is going to be much greater than whatever it is that they tried to make you lose. And that's the unfortunate part, that they put themselves in a situation almost whether it was you or them. And God said, touch not my anointed, so you can go. You can go. You know, if you're stirring up this kind of hatred, why do I need an extra person here that's going directly against what it is that I'm blessing? So yeah, luck, balance, new contracts. What else is going on here with Virgos? What else here is going on with Virgos? Virgo, I don't know where you lie in this situation, but wherever you are, put yourself where you belong. You know where you lie in this situation. You know if this is being done to you, and you know if you've done this to somebody and you're the one headed to the hospital, or you may be the one in the hospital right now as we speak. You know who you are. I don't. You know, maybe if my visions were working like they did originally when I started seeing stuff, then I would be able to know which one you were. It's okay though. Whenever this is, whenever this is over, I know I'll have full access back to what it is that God granted me access to. And so at the end of the day, I'm not worried about it. Mental breakdown. Someone could be having a mental breakdown now. Life changing. Life purpose. Someone's having a mental breakdown because you could be moving on to living your life purpose Because what God promised to you, no man can stop. The doors that God opened for you, no man can close. You know, the saying goes, when Jesus said yes, nobody can say no. And so someone could be having a nervous breakdown now because they see whatever they did is not going to stop anything. They could also be learning a life lesson, and you could be going on to living your life purpose. Proverbs 20, chapter 20, verse 19. A slanderer goes about revealing confidential talk. Do not associate yourself with a person who gossips. This person spreading a lot of rumors. This person got a reading on you and don't like what it is that they heard. They don't like what you were heading towards. They don't like the way you do things and what you were about to receive because of the way that you were doing things. They didn't want to see you in that certain position. And so they did whatever they had to do. Again, this was someone who was jealous, someone who was envious of what they seen you having. It's part of the reason that you don't go and try to get readings done on people. Military, again, they could have military connections. This is someone, again, it's the reason why you don't go and get readings done on other people. Because it's not for you to know someone else's life. Unless God gave you the ability to know on your own, it's not for you to know. And if He didn't grant you that ability, then who are you to go and see? Go and have it done on your own. This person is naive. This person has tried to sabotage you. They're probably realizing that they've only sabotaged themselves. I just seen they tried to trick the trickster and rags to riches. And so if they've done something to keep you down, to have you in rags, they're about to see you go to riches. Maybe they'll be here to see it. Maybe they'll be looking at you from the other side. Maybe some people who they had helping them will be here to see you do exactly what they were trying to stop you from doing. Yeah. I see married for citizenship. Someone could have married someone overseas. Someone could be married for money. Take it however it resonates. Scramble puzzle. Someone could have caused a lot of confusion in your life, but you have been protected throughout all of this. You know, they say no weapon formed against you shall prosper. They didn't say it won't form. And so whatever it is could have affected you. It could have touched you, but not like they wanted it to. It did not stop you from being able to do what it is that God has for you to do. What it did is help expose them and the people that are around them, the people who are around you, that was so willing to help destroy you. And so now that you're able to see those people, now that these people may go through their punishment, whatever it is, for whatever it is they've done, now you are able to successfully step into your position and live in your life purpose. Had God not did this, had God not allowed this to happen, then these people would still be trying to fight you once you moved into your position that He had for you. And it would have been harder to keep doing what it was that you're supposed to do, because you would have had so many people higher up, so many people who had these powerful connections to worldly people that were trying to stop you. But once these people are being stopped, it's not to say you won't still have people who are trying to destroy you. You won't still have people who are trying to bring you down. Just the biggest of the biggest, the majority of these people have exposed themselves already. And so they are going to be reaping what they have sown. And they know not to make certain choices. They know not to make certain decisions. They know not to take certain actions when it comes down to you. And so people may have watched you go through a lot, and they may be saying, well, where is your God? You know how people laugh a lot about that, and they don't even believe in God. And so that's the first thing they want to say. Well, where is your God now? Where's your God now that you don't have a car? Where's your God now that you're homeless? Where's your God now when I'm messing with your money? When you barely have anything in your bank account? Where's your God now when you not sure what you're going to eat the next day? Where's your God now? You know, that's what they like to say. But they don't realize your God was working in the background to expose these people for exactly who they are. And so now they're going to be so engulfed in whatever it is they have going on. If they live through it, they're going to be so caught up in whatever it is they have going on in their life that's being shaken up and exposed that they won't even have time to look at you and yours. And so the question, where is your God now? I would say you might want to find him, and you might want to seek his help yourself. You may want to figure out where he is on your own instead of asking me, because he may just be right there at your back door. I'm gonna end it here, y'all. That's what I have for Virgos. This is the last sign, so that's it. I don't know. I may be back today. I may not be. We'll see. Well, may y'all have a happy and productive Sunday. I don't know what time it is right now. I think we still got most of the day left. Yeah, it's just 1:30. So I will see y'all later.